Can you say that again for me? We don't need to worry about someone shouting something something meters from outside the case. Okay, did they fucking steal us from ReZero? That's borderline the Witches theme. Oh my! We need to take the fucking battery out of that goddamn Medusa when we're not using it. Guys, this is not a drill. I think this latest Dr. Stone episode just revealed the ending, and I think I know what's happening. Like I always say, I am not a manga reader. I am anime only. No spoilers in the comments section. We got a lot to break down. Full reactions over on Patreon. And of course, like, comment, subscribe so I can keep doing these videos. You did good last week, so let's keep up the momentum. I think the Medusa is AI after this episode. And the big reason is the chess. In this episode, like 5 minutes prior to the Medusa going off, seemingly without anyone giving it a command, we talk about a chess game where AI outmaneuvered a human in a way humans couldn't accurately predict. And what happens in this very episode moments later? A couple of our characters are outside it, talking about, hey, we don't gotta worry about someone saying something something so many seconds. It ain't gonna activate. And what happens? It activates. Now, the theory among them is that most likely what happened is essentially maybe someone gave it a command. 3 months from now, 400 meters, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, that could be. But at this point, no. Mainly because of two things. One, the chess foreshadowing with AI. And two, we only have so many episodes left. Do they really have time to introduce another conflict? They don't. And this is what's so fascinating to me, right? We can absolutely kill people again. Like, when that shattered, I was speechless. I truly, truly was. But thankfully, we can bring them back. AI seems like the most likely thing at this point in time. For a long time, I thought aliens were behind the petrification. And I think for a long time, aliens would have made sense. At this point, everything being around AI and artificial intelligence is probably logical, given the uncertainty of how Y-Man has attacked. There could have been way more attack. What is the purpose? If the purpose is petrification, petrification could be seen as salvation. Salvation could be seen as keeping people safe. Now, why they initially did it, I don't know, and I'm not sure if they're even going to be able to properly explain that. But if you're going to have an episode focus on the fact that AI thinks in ways humanity can't, AI being behind petrification makes the most sense. Using this here at this moment, there's no reason for me to assume anything other than AI. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will take what they said at face value, and this is why I think it's going to be the hidden detail many people are going to miss. This chess game is what gives it away. Now, could there be something more in space? Hell, maybe there's nothing even on the moon. We're going to send a satellite to examine. Maybe it is literally a satellite up there that does things. Maybe there was some alien race that made a device that took on life of itself. And then in doing so, it decided humanity needed to be saved by petrifying them. All we know is that Y-Man keeps saying, do you want to die? Up until this point, we have took it as a threat. Do you want to die? We take a different look at petrification saving them. It could be a question of, we don't know. Like, do you want us to do it again? Because if we think of the Medusas as this device that is constantly learning, I mean, look at our own world with AI. It rapidly has evolved. Now, AI is still very stupid in many different ways, but give it another decade, it's freaky how far AI could be very similar and maybe not even appear to have a difference from your average human conversation. This thing going off after an open-ended statement, why? I mean, I'm sure there's been other open-ended statements said near it or other devices like it, so why didn't it ever activate? But if we think of this device not as a simple weapon, but something that can learn and evolve, after being locked up in a thing for so long and being able to potentially hear an open-ended statement, why wouldn't you take it? I could be completely wrong, and I am a-okay having pie on my face. 100%. I have had many Dr. Stone theories fall flat on my face. For the longest time, I think the first 2 seasons, maybe going even into the third, aliens were more on my bingo card than anything. And honestly, up until this episode, I still thought Y-Man was something that we could fight. At this point, I think it's all technology. It makes no sense to me to highlight and focus on chess AI outthinking humans, and then having an open-ended statement be potentially interpreted that I'm giving you full control to do whatever you want, and it says, oh, okay. Well, I probably only need to petrify you guys, so I'm going to do that. This makes sense to me. It does. Now, they were smart. They took the battery out of the Medusa. They now have surveillance, but this is what I'm thinking is going on. The big question will be is why it initially decided to, because if we assume the Medusa, and therefore we could assume why man be a big Medusa or a big hive mind, decided to petrify humanity, what was the purpose? Because as far as we know, when Earth was first turned to stone, there wasn't like really anything that crazy going on in Senku's world. We could assume it's pretty much a normal, yeah, there's probably some countries at war, but would that have been enough? Is it a case of it observed humanity for enough time that it realized humanity needed a refresh? Or maybe we realized humanity was at a point where if it continued to go at the pace it was going, the Earth was going to end. So therefore, maybe it preserved Earth. Because if you think about it, right? When humanity disappears from Earth, Earth really does a lot better as a concept, right? Like, I mean, we don't drain resources, we don't destroy it, we don't hurt wildlife, right? So if we assume an AI potentially looked at humanity as a threat to the preservation of Earth, that could make sense. What if this is just an artificial intelligence that tries to preserve planets? This is all just spitballing, but this is what I think's happening. Now, Y-Man could still be a thing because something had to have made the Medusa. So maybe Y-Man truly is a creature. But how many thousands of years has it been? I think artificial intelligence is making a lot more sense. And I mean, in the early stages of this show, like I'm talking season 2, when people were trying to figure out, there was two things, computers or aliens. That was the only thing on the table. And for the longest time, I thought aliens. Just because Big Green Blast, it seemed very magical. I was like, okay, what all destroy all humans bullshit's going on? But this is what I'm thinking is going on, guys. I could be completely off, and I'm okay being completely off. But I think they just revealed the ending with this episode. I think Senku's going to spot something with his satellite. I think Senku's going to be like, okay, we got our objective. And in doing so, we're going to go try to destroy Y-Man. And we're going to learn it's a fucking computer up in the sky. Or some computer satellite just looking down. Now, if they do notice something, in theory, we might not even have to go into space. We could, in theory, just shoot something down. Hey, we already control the media. Like, they're already pulling off the America energy when it comes to blowing stuff up and, you know, wanting to control the masses with the news. Who's to say we can't nuke something in space, goddammit? Either way, this was the craziest episode. We went from the most emotional episode to me saying, oh, this is nice. This is the chill slice of life. Boom! That's crazy. No fucking spoilers in the comment section, though. I have loved speculating on this show, but I think this is what just got revealed, guys. And if not, that chess match AI is the biggest red herring I think I've ever seen. Thoughts down below. Make sure you drop a like, share your support, subscribe, ring that bell so I can keep on doing this Dr. Stone greatness. And of course, the Patreon. We cover deep dives, full live reactions and analysis over there, and other exclusives, because I gotta give those video shots to my patrons, because of why I get to attempt these videos on YouTube at all. Alright, so today we got Match, Mate, Carl Stefan Berndal, Atchil, Convoy 83, Hayden, Cody Namir, Emma K-Pop, and Himi Meow Toga. So I appreciate the support. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.